Hello everybody, welcome to this tutorial. Today we are going to see how to download and use Eclipse portable version from the official website, and Eclipse will be useful for your Java development journey. You can browse Eclipse id.org. There will see the download option. If you click on it, uh, we'll get to this page, and here we have a lot of Eclipse versions and different types. We can say these are the different types. One, the type is for the core Java developer, backend developer. There is nothing to do with the front end part. We can simply use this. If we want to go with little bit extensive functionality of the web development as well, so we can use this one. Likewise for C developers, for uh, Java DSL developers, or embedded C developer, we have different types of Eclipse. So today we are going to see how to install Eclipse IDE for purely Java developers backend work. Here you can see three options for Windows, Mac, and Linux. And under all these three options, you can get the installer for different architectural type of the machine. So for Windows, we have two options. For Mac OS, we have two. For Linux, we have three options. Based on your OS and underlying architecture, you can download and use Eclipse. For me, as of now, it's Windows x86-64. If you click on it, we'll see this download page. You can click on this download, and you can see that download has started. And if you have decent internet speed, it will not more than take 1 minute. While it is downloading in the background, just a little bit information. This Eclipse version which we are going to use, it is created and supported and maintained by the community. It's this community, they are working very hard to make this ID suitable for Java developers, and even they are releasing new updates quickly, as well security updates as well, to make it robust. So if you can, please, I would request everybody, if you can, you can contribute to this community so that they can achieve their goal uh, collaboratively. If you can, it's just a suggestion. If you can contribute through credit card or PayPal. You have these options. Any amount, no amount is small for the community. Yeah, so that was
Okay,
just the
so
information. Are
once
in
it is installed,
not installed, you can directly, because the version that we are using, that is the portable version. And let me just quickly show you that if you click on this exe, it will take s- time for first time load, and once it will start, it will ask the Eclipse workspace location. So what is Eclipse workspace? So whatever projects we are going to create in future, it is going to store in this location. So keep a note for this location, so that you can easily browse it through your uh, local hard disk. So let me launch it, and you can even click on this option as well. Use this as a default and do not ask again. So it will remember your choice. So if we launch it again, it will do some preparation at the background. It will uh, it will then start the IDE for us. It will make all the configurations, and even if we go there and check that the location that we have given, so what it has created there. So I've given users Amit, and in this Eclipse workspace, see here, actually it create one metadata file. So what is metadata? It's data about data. It store all the information that we need in future to create the projects and to handle the projects. So it has a log information here. It has the versioning information here, uh, right? So meanwhile, our Eclipse is also ready, and this is the home screen that you is going to see it a lot. And here we got multiple options. So let's quickly create one project and I'll show you that how to work with the Eclipse. So you can go to file, you can go to new, and you can click on Java project, and then it will ask. So by default you can see, right? Okay, first let me see what my Microsoft Defender is asking. Okay, I am saying that I can trust this software, no need to worry about it. Yeah, project name. So let me give you let me let me let me give Java training. So invalid module name. Okay, hyphen is also not acceptable, but the underscore is acceptable. And whatever, so the one thing that you need to take care previously, that you need to install Java, and Java should be already presented on your system. If not, you can install it. It's very easy. So it will link this Eclipse environment with your existing Java version. So you can choose this option and you can click on add project to working set, so that whenever you open your IDE, you will see all the projects here on the left navigation bar, and you can say next just to see if there are more option to configure all these things, right? uh, okay, so we can click on finish, and this is our first Java project. You can see that you have the JRE system library, we have the sys, we have the source as well, right? And here you can write any of the Java code, and let me show you that how you can write a basic Java class. You can click on new, you can click on class. We want to create a new Java class, and uh, let's give it a name, the traditional one, hello world. You want to announce that we have already been entered into the Java world, and we have couple of options that we can make it a main class, so that it will be an entry point for our program. You can click on public static void main. And one more thing, why we are not getting this finished option, package name must be specified for a module. So it's a very uh, uh, good thing in Eclipse that without package we can't do much. We can create our own package, and I'll explain you what is package, but uh, let's give it a package name, demo com.amit.demo, and we'll click on finish. Then we'll create a class file under this package, that is hello world, and we can make it a main method. You can click on finish, and you'll see that it will create a skeleton program for us, and this is the entry point. We can directly say system dot out dot println, and here we can specify anything which we want to uh, display on the screen. Hello world, uh, I'm new to Java, and all the statements must end with the semicolon. You can save it, and then we have couple of options to run it. The simplest option is run as a Java application. If you click on it, you will see on the console, hello world, I am new to Java. So that's how you can use the Eclipse for basic Java program. I hope you enjoyed it, and in the subsequent coming videos I'll explain you how to write more robust things in Eclipse. Thank you so much for watching this.